Why CHEK faculty are completely broken. So the CHEK faculty seem to be working 17, 18-hour days. I found an old video of Matt Walden when he was at Lancashire and he was setting up the scientific core, redoing it, and it's really good. I really liked it. One thing I didn't like, he slagged off bodybuilders. Oh, I hate bodybuilders. Anyone that's training or taking a supplement or going to the gym on a regular basis is a bodybuilder, but maybe not to the extreme of Arnold Schwarzenegger or me, myself, having 18-inch arms. So with Matt, head of education, having diabetes, and on top of having diabetes, he studied HLC in 2003 or maybe 2005 and being a naturopath. And Paul's always said you need to be your own advert. Yes, he's lean, but does he have high amounts of muscle? No. Does he have elite strength for a guy that's 6'2", 6'3" maybe? He's definitely taller than me. And then you've got Gavin Jennings himself bragging and promoting on the CHEK website that he's worked 200 hours plus per week. How can either of them be living the CHEK principles of going to bed at 10:30 and waking up at 6 or 8 o'clock like I do? I don't see any clients till 10 or 11 o'clock because I want to live my CHEK principles and keep healthy. And then you got Lee Brandon, blew a disc out or disc herniation or something in his back. Oh, I've been working really hard, getting his 4 books released and doing all that type of stuff. So again, going against his own principles as a CHEK practitioner when Paul says you should be walking your talk. And then we've got the guru, Paul C.H.E.K himself, going to bed at 9 o'clock, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But before he goes to bed at night, uses 12 to 15 strains of cannabis in which to get a high and try to fall asleep. Isn't that just the analogy of taking a sleeping tablet? And then he says to other coaches and practitioners and other people, oh, I'm tired, I'm so stressed, I can't spend time with my kids, I've got to do all this work. So he's not even living his own principles neither. I live the principles nearly 100%. I stretch at night, I drink my body weight in ounces of water, I eat organically, I do my shaman work, I connect to plants, I even go to where I live where there's a load of crows and I feed the crows nearly every day. It's a great feeling seeing these crows land and picking up the grapes and watermelon or egg that I give them. It's really, really cool. But I just don't understand, why are all the faculty broken? The only one that's not broken is Warren, in my view. Yeah, he may only have £900 in his business, but at least he was honest. At least you could see it. At least you could see he didn't have a Gazette notice or Matt Walden business folded in 2021. Then Phil Lazide, business totally crashed. Had 5 different business names. Go and check it out on HMRC if you don't believe me. Guy with a massive belly. Teaching. Didn't even look the part. But it was all about the money and then filling up the classes and making sure that at least they had a level 5 teaching. When Lee wasn't even a level 5 and Gavin himself wasn't even a level 5. But all of a sudden, when I made it public, they made sure that all of a sudden they're all level 5s. Have they been preparing that for a whole year? Maybe they have. Maybe the time just coincides and maybe I'm pointing out something that shouldn't be pointed out. But I want to be honest. How can you study with faculty that are not living the principles themselves? At least when you see the Up Fitness guys, They've got to have a certain amount of body fat. They have to have a certain amount of muscle, and they've got to fit in with the clique. Like, I don't fit in with the clique of the Institute because I speak my mind. I'm not a, yes, Paul, you're completely right, Paul. I believe in everything you say. I believe in what he said, research everything. And I have. That's why I keep doing videos. So why is it Lee damages his back, Matt Walden gets diabetes, and now he's stood down, so it don't even matter anymore, does it? And then Lee's business closed down January of this year. Why? When they're supposed to be super successful practitioners and they're faculty that you're going to listen to. So why hasn't Paul got all of them on Spirit Gym or taught them how to become millionaires? Why hasn't that happened? If they're if they're faculty, if they're supposed to be the best of the best, it's laughable, isn't it? It's totally laughable. Now, Warren got respect for him, huge amount of respect for him. He's a black belt. To get to a black belt takes huge amount of determination for one, and discipline. And I think this is what's the pitfall of the Institute, is that Paul says he's an ex-paratrooper, totally disciplined, because it was drummed into him at an early age, right? If you believe he was a paratrooper, because there's only 2 photos online, which can be altered and changed with the technology now. So the CHEK program, the Holistic Lifestyle Coaching program, as well as IMS all the way to level 6 now, is you've got to be disciplined to do it. You've got to be disciplined to do your TVA exercise. You've got to be disciplined to do your breathing exercises to change your inverted breathing pattern. You've got to be disciplined to go to bed on time. And you've got to have endurance, in which, like, I call myself the endurance bunny, because I have endurance. To get my first home took 3 years. For me to qualify as a chef took 2 years. For me to qualify as a master level 5 took just under 6 years. But I'm consistent, I'm regular, like with all the videos I've done and taken over the AI overview on nearly every single CHEK term now. And my videos always go above Paul C.H.E.K Live or Paul C.H.E.K's YouTube channel, because I learned that discipline is so important. And I think this is the pitfall. Many people will do the CHEK program and fail on level 1, IMS 1, IMS 2, or even IMS 3, because they lack the discipline. Or they get to level IMS 1 and they realise the amount of cash it's costing them, and they realise, if they're working in a gym, how fucking difficult it is to sell, and it really is. And I'm talking from experience of 2003 I started studying it, got to level 5, and it's still extremely hard to sell. But if you've got a stream of practitioners coming to you like Matt, Lee and Warren, it's easy, because they're already sold on the cult. They're already into the cult, but they may ask difficult questions, but they're already in the cult. Sorry, I've got to close this door. And when you're in the cult, and the other thing with this cult mentality of the CHEK Academy and the CHEKInstitute, they all think with me, oh, because I'm a Cheki, you can tell me how to do my website. Because I'm a Cheki, you can tell me that secret, this secret, a level 5 secret, or a level 4 secret, and they're only a level 1 or a level 3. Because you're in this cult, they think that it's automatic right. And what woke me up about that, I was chatting to the surgeon that I've been friends with for many years, and trained him as well, and still train him. And he said, Scott, these people are not your friends. You're running a business. They're not your friends. And it just hit me like a hammer. They're not my friends. We're all in competition with each other. Like Gavin says, dog eat dog, 100%. But he's the big dog on CHEK, which is crashed at the moment, or it's down for maintenance. Or is it he can't afford to get it fixed and that's why it's down? So let's see how many days it stays down for. So he's the big dog of the Institute, but he's only this high. So he's the big dog of the Institute. He's probably like a bit of a Shih Tzu, you know, that type of dog. And taking all the leads from CHEK because he's page 1 at the top on the right hand side. Because people's eyes track naturally when they're online. They track from the left to the right and they look down. So he's got that nailed, 100%. So that means that he's the big dog taking all the work away from the little puppies. So can you see how it's totally set up against you? But they still want your money. And then they're going to put you on a CHEK website that has a 99% failure rate. Even Google says that. The AI says that. So it has to be real, right? Because Google is God, right? I'm being sarcastic. So how can you have faculty members and even the CEO and even the founder not living the HLC principles? So how the fuck can you sell it? If the CEO is not living it and the founder is not living it. But I am. I'm living it. If I eat a bit of chocolate or I have a packet of crisps as well, I fast the next day. So it doesn't have that impact on my system. Or I buy the best organic chocolate and crisps that are cooked in olive oil. Yeah, olive oil can be a carcinogen, but if you're only doing it once every 6 months, it ain't going to affect you, is it? So at the end of the day, have that in your mind when you're learning with the faculty. Is he walking his talk? Has he got a 6-pack? Can he lift his own body weight, squat, deadlift and shoulder press and bench press? Is he working out 4 days a week? Is he living to the organic diet? Is he or she getting to bed at 10:30 and sleeping all the way through and waking up with abundance of energy? Or when you go in the class, do they look fucking wiped out and dead tired? I can't believe it. Matt Walden said it. I'm at the Chek Academy in Lancashire and I've just worked 17 hours. Only you're head of education, you cunt. You're making yourself look like a complete cunt. It's the same as Gavin Jennings. I do a 200+ hour a week. Wait a minute, get my calculator out, I'm dyslexic. That's only 168 hours in a week. So how the fuck did he do that? Little man ego. Wants you to be fooled. The same as, you can get clients for £400 an hour. Do the research. No trainer on their website charges £400 an hour because everybody would just go, bye. You have to be a superstar. You've got to be Paul C.H.E.K. He's charging $700 an hour. But is he really? Is that just hype or is he really charging that? And if he's charging that, is he fully booked or is he charging that and he's only got 2 clients? That's what normally happens. It's a marketing trick. You put your fees right up when you've got no clients or 1 or 2 clients. Does that make sense? It's a marketing trick. I'm telling you the truth. Google it, you'll find it. So that's what I don't understand. Surely Gavin would have been, right, I can deadlift my full body weight, I can do a 1-arm chin, I can do a grip and hold a kettlebell that's 45 kilo or 35 kilo, which is mine, and I can hold it for 3.5 minutes without letting go. All them tests should have been as faculty to make it into faculty. Not just because you've got to level 5 or level 4, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong. But you have to be walking your talk to sell it. The reason why I was one of the most busiest trainers at Fitness First, because I walked my talk. And I'd get in your face. What are you doing that leg press for? Oh, I thought it'd build my legs. Oh, okay, show me how you can squat. I just want to check your squat. Is that okay? Couldn't squat for diddly. Got a Swiss ball, put it behind their back, got them to go up and down in a squat. They could do a full... Scott, I can squat. Why can't I squat normally? Well, if you want to find out how you can squat normally, you need to book me for 6 months or 3 months, and we'll get you to squat normally. Oh, you're such a salesman, Scott. I love that. Let's sign up. So it's really important to understand. I believe now that unless you're highly disciplined, you'll never go to level 5. Which I don't really want you to do that. They're happy if you just do IMS 1, HLC 1, but you'll never get your certificate for 3 years. They're happy that you don't go all the way. And then when you do go all the way, fuck you, you're on your own. That's another thing that's a bit of a trick, isn't it? Is that they'll say, like they've said to me, you're in charge of getting your own clients. Well, why have CHEK Connect then? Why have a register if you're in charge and you've got to pay that shit license that nobody recognises anywhere on the planet apart from the Institute itself? You see my point? It's all logical when you think about it logically and you're not got the cult blinkers on. So think about it. Lee, bad back. Gavin, bad back. Warren, as far as I know, no problems at all. Black belt, huge respect. I know what it takes to get to that level. And Matt, head of education, diabetes. Why would you put a man with diabetes that you can only find him under his own personal name, but you can't find him anywhere else online? None of them know how to market. Surely you would go, right, if you're going to be faculty, need to make sure that your website is fast. You need to make sure you can be seen everywhere, not just under your own name. And we want you to have a hugely successful YouTube channel like mine. What is it? 60,000 views it's gone up to. And we want you to know the anatomy and physiology inside out. But as a faculty member, you've got to be bed at 10:30. You've got to be walking your talk. And you shouldn't be doing a 17 to a 22, 200 hour a week plus work week, which is completely impossible. And then saying to new students, oh yeah, you can charge £400 an hour. Complete and utter bollocks. And if I'm wrong about the £400 an hour, please post below. I'd love to meet up with you and see your business accounts and where you've got receipts for £400 an hour. It's impossible. It will never happen. How did that even go online? And I think it's another market employed to deceive people. And this is where it starts, the same with you can't get your money back. You can get your money back in a 6-year period. You can get your money back in a 3-year period. You could get your money back as soon as you sign up after the 14 days, because that's consumer law. But they won't tell you that. They'll try and BS you down the phone. But if you stand your ground, look at the law, they'll soon cave in. Sorry, I'm just having my green tea. Last one of the day. So I hope you've enjoyed this insight into the crumbling, failing faculty and what you should really look at. And they shouldn't really be preaching so much, in my opinion. They should... It's really hard to get... You've got to remember as well, it's just come into me, is that when you're working with clients, they're coming to you because they're not disciplined. They're coming to you because they're in pain or they've got some problem. So if you're not walking your talk and you're not disciplined yourself, how can you discipline that person? The same as Paul C.H.E.K being a drug addict to cannabis and smoking tobacco. He hasn't got the discipline to stop. He can't stop it. It's in every video. The bag's there. He may not be smoking it, but the bag's there. You can see it there. and they forget to cut it properly, so it's still there. It's such a joke. So he could never get you over an addiction. If you go to Alcoholics Anonymous, which he doesn't believe that works, if you go to Alcoholics Anonymous, you only get put forward to another person that's going to coach you that's actually completely stopped and given up. Because they know exactly what you're going to go through. I know, even though I stopped when I was 19 taking drugs, I had cravings right until mid-30s. Anything tragic would happen, I was like, oh, let's go and get a joint, let's go and do this, let's go and do that. But my other side of me would go, no, you're not going to do that, because you'll go backwards, you're not going forwards, and you've got an addictive personality, so don't do it, Scott. And I never have. That takes discipline and control. The same as walking past the chocolate shop. Oh, I fancy a bit of chocolate. Oh, it's organic. No, I'm going to be disciplined. I'm fasting this week, so I'm not going to have any. Takes discipline. And this is what they should put on the website, in my opinion. If you don't have discipline, do not sign up. That means nobody would sign up. Does that make sense? So I hope you've enjoyed this input, 21 minutes, about the CHEK faculty crumbling. Head of education's gone, stood down. So are they closing down? CHEKInstitute is down at the moment. How long is it going to take to fix it? I can't wait to see what they've done once they've fixed it. Will Gavin still be on the homepage, or will he disappear? Will the Pilates woman in Manchester, that's only a level 3, never been passed by Paul, not a level 5, will she disappear? And then all the ones that are not even a level yet, they've either done IMS 1 or HLC 1. How is that even right? How can it be no uniform when your website is 100% your advert? The same as your physique is your advert. The same as your knowledge is your advert. They got that nailed with the knowledge. All of my clients have said for years, and you can read the testimonials on my website, Scott has got a lot of knowledge. I've read 1,000 books. They're behind me. And I read all of it. So really important. So don't get wowed by the faculty. They're human. They make mistakes. They're not Moses. They're not Jesus. And the same as Paul C.H.E.K, he makes mistakes. He's not Moses. He's not Jesus, but he's addicted. Thanks very much for listening. And please subscribe, please like, please share with every practitioner so they know the real truth of the Institute. It's all smoke and mirrors.